And it was very scary for everybody, as we were told that we're going through a very strange times. Even we were told that never in the history, this thing happened. Even during plagues and all these sort of people were still coming together and praying shoulder to shoulder. But there was a fear. Every time you go in a mosque, there was a fear that maybe you will, contract COVID, or maybe, someone else will pass it on to someone else. So there was an atmosphere of fear. The mosque is not far from me. It's only about 3 minutes walk. Normally I meet a lot of people during my walk to the mosque, but during pandemic there were very few people around. Elders were told day and day, why are you going out? But that was the argument we had almost daily, every time you go out. Because being a diabetic, I'm used to walking about hour and a half every day. But what I've noticed is during pandemic, very few people were about. And those who were about, they were never shaking hand. I remember instead of, crossing the road and talking to someone, we were talking to a person standing on the other side of the road, shouting at each other, how are you, what's happening. The mosque was built in mid-80s. It was a factory was converted into a praying area. Smith and nephew used to have a big plant next to the mosque, and there were a lot of small industries around that providing bits and pieces for the factory use. Our mosque is not that big, a small mosque, about 150 people can attend. But during pandemic, there was less than 20 or 30 people, but they were all standing apart, 1 meter apart from both sides, which was very, very strange. In my lifetime was the only first time I've seen people praying. Normally our praise is shoulder to shoulder. There was no what you call formal discussion or so, no chit chat at all. It was just hello and goodbye. That was the norm, and it's like people were avoiding each other, conditioned to be fearful of meeting other people. But they were very strict. The mosque was only opening 5 minutes before the prayer times, and then about 20 minutes after the prayer is concluded. It was very scary. People were very scared. It really gets you when people on your road passed away. It was strange, very strange, and what's the word, surreal as well at the time.